Today we're going to be going over the Profitability Index, which is a measure of cost benefit of a real estate investment. We're going to go a calculation so that you can see exactly how you can calculate this indicator that will help you determine whether a rental property is a good investment for you. So starting off, let's assume that you have an initial investment of $50,000. That's actually the amount of money that you're going to be putting in. And then you have a forecasted cash flow as follows for each and every one of the years. As you can see, cash flows usually goes up as you keep the property longer because of inflation and the like. Then step number one is you need to identify what is your required rate of return that you want on your rental property investments. And in this case, let's assume that you want a internal rate of return of 10%. So then we have to proceed calculating the net present value of the forecasted cash flow for each and every one of the years. And we are assuming here that you're going to be keeping the property for 10 years. So essentially the net present value is calculated by dividing the annual cash flow by the internal rate of return plus 1 to the power of the number of years of the current year. So in the first case, we said that our projected cash flow will be 18,480, and the required rate of return is 10%, and it's the first year, so to the exponent 1. And we calculate it, and that's what we come up with the net present value. And what that means essentially is that you are expected that 18,480 that you will get a year from now, essentially, will be, it's valued at 16,800. The value of future money is less than current money. It's better to have $1 today than $1 that you're gonna be getting 2 years from now, because $1 2 years from now is worth less because it can buy less because of inflation. So that's what it is. We're bringing the future projected cash flow for each year to the present. So we proceed with the same concept for each and every one of the years that you are expecting to keep your property. Year 3, year 4, so forth and so on. And in our case, we had indicated that we want to keep the property for 10 years. That's how long we want to keep it. So here in year 10, the same process. The future projected cash flow, and then we calculated how much that will be worth today. So 27,208 will be worth today about 10,489. Then what we do is we get all those discounted net present values and we add them up. That's simply that way. Then what you do, you apply the Profitability Index formula, which is nothing more than the present value of future cash flows, which we added up, divided by the initial investment, in this case $50,000. So our Profitability Index is 2.69. You might be wondering, okay, what does that mean for me? Well, the benchmark is as follows for the Profitability Index. A PI of 1.0 means that you have achieved exactly your goal rate of return. In our case, was 10%. If the PI is greater than 1.0, it means that you have exceeded your goal of your required rate of return. And if it is below 1.0, means you have failed to meet your goal. In this case, our required rate of return is 10%, which means 2.69 means that we have exceeded our required rate of return. So basically, we will be meeting and exceeding the 10% return on investment that we had allocated for this property. And that concludes our explanation of the profitability index. There are easier ways to calculate this indicator as well as many other real estate indicators. As you can see, this is quite a lengthy calculation to do manually. There is a mobile application called Real Bench, and that is REAL, B as in boy, E, N as in Nancy, CH, .net. That you can go to that website, realbench.net, and download it, or you can go to Google Play or the Apple Store and search for Real Bench, and you should be able to get to it that way. So thank you for your time, and that's it. Bye.